So guys, Atiku have actually come out to say that he's going to support anybody that eventually wins the ADC ticket. But the question is now, will he allow anybody to win him in that ADC ticket? Because him now saying this thing is now looking as if he's coming out to say that he's going to support P2B. But the question is that, will Atiku, that we all know, allow anybody defeat him in ADC coalition after all the money he has put in since January? Will he allow anybody defeat him in ADC? That's what this video for guys. In a minute, as you hear your views about the video about to watch now in the comment section, I'll be guys in my next video.
But yeah, let's start. Let me start from Atiku's statement, and then we'll go into what the faction, the Isuguzoro faction of Haneze Ndigbo is saying. The statement by Atiku that, look, he will support whoever emerges, doesn't that point to the fact that he intends to even contest, the primaries? And going by his antecedents, some Nigerians will say Atiku always wins the primaries in parties that he is largely part of. What do you make of that statement? Is that a go-ahead for other members who are also vying for the ADC's ticket come 2026 as against 2027?
In fact, I expected him to add the most important caveat: if the primaries are free and fair. That is what I expected him to add to that thing he said. If the primaries are free and fair, I will support any candidate. And when he says something like that, they will now watch out. Because if the primaries are tainted with money, induced with money, then what is free and fair there? What is free and fair there? He's saying this thing because he's sure he will get the ticket. He is very, very sure. That's why he said it.
But Barrister, he said something that he's not interested. He's not desperate, in going or becoming the president of Nigeria. His major aim is securing a better Nigeria, than being the president. So don't you think that he is going to actually leave the talk by making sure he supports whoever person the people truly support?
That statement is a political statement. Or can I even say that he's speaking from both sides of his mouth? A newspaper this morning replied him. You know this Guardian or Vanguard cartoon? Okay. He said, Atiku said that he's not desperate to be Nigerian president. The Guardian cartoon now said, then why are you jumping from one party to the other? Is that not the answer to his question? If you are not desperate, you will have stayed one place now. Or even go and sit down when you fail in one. But you are moving from one party to the other. I mean, why are you not telling us that you are not desperate? This thing doesn't add up. It doesn't. When you see a desperate man, you will see his actions and reactions. You will see his statements. So Atiku cannot tell us that. Are
you saying he's not going to secure the better fate of Nigeria? Is that what you're saying, Barrister Dallas?
Everybody has always been telling us he will be the best president. With what Tinubu have done to us, it will be very difficult for me to even listen to these people, except one man who have not tried it, and that is Obi. It is Obi that can tell us today, because we know his antecedents, we know his background, we know his character. Okay. It's an Obi that will tell us that he's not here we cannot listen to him. Good. Not all these other people.
Barrister, let's finish. We'll talk a bit about Obi, but let me dwell with our article now with you. You are very sure, you are cocksure 100% that Atiku is of the belief that he is going to secure the ticket if they go for primaries. And he said that, look, he should have put a caveat that
if it's free and fair,
it should be free and fair, transparent, Now, let's go back. Atiku has always been securing tickets,
with money.
With money. Now, in 2015, right? In 2015, when he left to another party, I can't recall the party he went to now. A lot of governors from the northeast where he comes from left with him. Members of the National Assembly, senators and all of that followed him. and he lost the elections. I can't recall whether he got the ticket or not, but he wasn't on the ballot. Now, this is 2023. And you are very sure. So this is 2025, and you are sure that Atiku is saying this because he's going to get the ticket. He resigned from his party PDP a few weeks ago, up to just about a month or so. His governor didn't join him. His senator didn't join him. Members of the House of Rep didn't join him. Members of the House of Assembly didn't join him. Do you still credit Atiku with that level of political value, with electoral value, to the extent that if he goes to the primary and with what is happening in the ADC, now he is going to win the elections even with his deep pockets? And does Atiku have that kind of deep pocket, and that he's unable to fund the PDP, take it from Nyesom Wike, but he ran away from the PDP? What gives you the impression that he still has that deep pocket? The other time he cried out, the government has destroyed my businesses and all of that. What more can they do for me? I want you to put all of these things together and tell us whether in reality you think that Atiku will actually win the primaries, if they go for primaries, without a consensus.
The difference between other parties that he went to is because this particular ADC, Atiku midwifed it. He sponsored it. He gathered these other people into ADC. That is a fact. So, are you telling me that all these other people, the big wigs that came from PDP and other parties, they are going to disregard him in the primaries? The answer is capital no.
Barrister, he was vice president. He was a founding member of the People's Democratic Party. He served as vice president between 1999 and 2007. Despite all of that, he went to the primaries and he lost to Goodluck Jonathan.
He never midwife. I mean, Jonathan is an incumbent now. He never midwife PDP now.
No, when you say that he midwife ADC,
yes,
what do you mean by that?
Yes, I'm telling you, it's a fact. He was not there. He was never the original founder of PDP.
Okay.
He wasn't. It was the group of 34 led by Ekueme. So Jonathan was an incumbent.
Okay.
So how will he have defeated him? It's not
so
possible.
What is the difference when you
the difference now is that
ADC?
ADC now, Atiku left PDP to form ADC. That is to
sorry, Barrister, he didn't form ADC.
To bring the coalition together.
It is not a coalition yet.
Hold on. These other people that joined ADC, they came at the behest of Atiku. It was Atiku that called them.
Are you saying the likes of Peter Obi also went to ADC or aligned with ADC just because Atiku mentioned him or called him to join the coalition?
Yes, he said he has been there. He was there from the beginning. They have been talking for 18 months. So Atiku brought them. I remember when Obi went there for breakfast meeting and all that in his house. So they were talking. It was Atiku. All along, Atiku midwife this coming together of ADC people. It was Atiku. And so I feel that he will have a leverage on all these that people like David Mark and all that. So you can't take it away from him. It's not possible. So that's the difference.
All right.
That's the difference. But to look, whether he will get it or not, Atiku should realize that the popular view of Nigerians is Peter Obi. That he should give way for Peter Obi. If you now want to just suppose one man is talking about, or Haneze man is talking about, you will not see that permutation he's talking about 2035. It's not possible. It's not possible.
Barrister, thank you very much. Let's go to one of our outstations now, where we have Comrade Justice Atiku joining the conversation. Comrade, good morning to you. Well, we're trying to establish communication with you to be sure that you can hear us and we can hear you too. But as it is, we're yet to establish communication. But if you can hear me, if you can, I would like for you to react to the statement made by Atiku Abubakar that, look, he will support whoever. And some Nigerians are saying this is a pointer that it wouldn't be an easy race for other contenders within the ADC. As Atiku is, known for winning primaries within parties. And how will this play out for the likes of Peter Obi, who is, of course, seeking to run under a political party, and it seems to have pitched one leg, as it were, within the ADC. You might need to unmute your microphone so we can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me because I just heard you now. Can you hear me?
Audio is very, very faint.
All right, we'll have our engineers fix that, and then we'll get back to Comrade Justice Itietie, who is joining us virtually. We'll fix that and get back to him. Barrister Darlington, yes. Now let's talk about what is supposed to be a support base for Peter Obi, who's from the southeastern part of Nigeria, and the Ohaneze, that faction of Ohaneze in the Igbo, saying for 2027, nah, it's a no-no. Like no Igbo person will contest against President Tinubu. How patriotic would you say that statement is, especially seeing that?
I thank God you call him a faction of Ohaneze. So he's not recognized. In fact, he's the yes man for Tinubu and APC. Meanwhile, he claimed to be an Ohaneze.
Do you think that's what it is, or you don't think he's speaking for another larger group of people?
No,
because he does represent.
It's not possible.
There are other people within his faction.
As long as it's the faction, forget it. As long as the faction, forget it. And that is what these people do. Remember when Afenifere was, together. Padebanjo, who happened to be their leader, did not agree with Tinubu. And what did Tinubu do? He entered into that group and divided them into two. Factionalism, who are gone on retirement.
Tinubu entered into the group. Was he ever a member of the group?
No, he entered. No.
What do you mean by he entered?
He was never. In fact, he never believed in Afenifere.
So what do you mean by he entered? Did he become a member?
Yes, he went into them. Now, I'm coming now. Listen to me. I said the Padebanjo, who was the leader of that group before he died, did not agree with Tinubu because he told him, no, leave this thing for the Igbos. It's the turn of the Igbos. But Tinubu, because he didn't want to listen, what did he do? He now entered into that group and divided them. He went to Factionalism, who are gone on retirement. Are you getting me now? You left the leader and you went to somebody who had left the group. You now went to resuscitate him, and brought him back, and there was what? A division among them. So he was now working with Factionalism until Padebanjo died. So he does this thing, we know. It's their modus operandi.
So if you think
why is he not talking to Mbata, who is the Ohaneze chieftain? Why is he not talking? Why is he not speaking like this? Tell me. Are you telling me that Isugu is acting on his own? Somebody is inducing him.
Barrister, now if you talk about Isuguzoro and the faction that he belongs to and all that, are you in other words saying that the muzzle power of political leaders that he mentioned who are sponsoring and supporting this particular move, Imobi and Nzuko Muna, saying that they are the ones who have actually come up with this particular, let's say statement to show that by 2035, not even 2031, 2035 is when any member of the APC, recall that they also made mention of APC, and they talked about Dave Umahi, who happens to be the Minister of Work now, to be the only qualified Igbo man to be able to take the ticket from APC.
This Isuguzo is very good at dropping names. Who is he to be talking of Imobi and all that? Who is he? It's not even it's a non-issue. It's a non-starter. Why is he not talking about the real Ohaneze chieftain that was people gathered to elect? You mean Mbata will be there when Isiguzo will be talking about all this? It's not possible. I am telling you, in days to come, they will disown him.
But we've not seen any. Okay, saying in days to come.
Yes, in days to come, they will disown him. And I'm not sure they have had him. I'm not sure. If they hear him, they will distance themselves from him. It's not possible. Then look at what he say, to tell you how this man have been messing up himself and not the Igbos. You said we don't have a chance until 2035. Now listen, if Tinubu should go for 2027, end up in 2031, who Who will now do from 31 to 35 before the Igbos come? Who? If the South finish, that's under Tinubu, and it goes to the North. So the North will now do 4 years and hand over to the Igbos again. Is that what is it possible? You can see. You can see that he missed it big time.
No, Barrister, the meeting was held somewhere in Abakaliki. Abakaliki is in a Ebonyi state.
It was with Debo Umahi that organized it.
Allow me to land on my question.
I don't want you to land the wrong place. That's what I'm just guiding you.
Okay, what gives you the impression that it is Debo Umahi?
Because the Mbata was not there. The Ohaneze chieftain was not there. The people that supposed to, they were not there. That's why they were singing the praises of Dave Umahi. Before now, Dave Umahi have already said it. That Igbo should contest. And if the time comes, he's the only one. So when such a thing is organized in the state, what do you expect?
It wasn't a coincidence.
It wasn't. It was
okay, so you think that the same meeting couldn't have held somewhere in Imo State or Abia State, and they will still endorse a Dave
Umahi will not go. Because he knows his position in Igbo land today from what he has done so far. He can only go for a meeting organized in the states when it comes to Ohaneze. Are you telling me? Why was it organized in the states?
What has he done?
Sorry?
What has he done?
Dave Umahi.
Yes, please.
Who have been demarcating the Igbos. Who have been causing us a lot of problems because he's serving under Tinubu.
How do you mean, Barrister?
What do I mean? Look at how he has been praising Tinubu. Meanwhile, we have not seen one single thing Tinubu have done for the Igbos. Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. Yet Dave Umahi keep praising him that we should be singing the praises of Tinubu from morning till night every day. How can a man be talking like that to his own people that he know that they are suffering? Look at insecurity in the southeast. Dave Umahi didn't see all these things, Abi. You saw what Amnesty International said about killings in the southeast, extrajudicial killing. Did Dave Umahi mention anything? The Fulani that have taken over, including his own state, Ebonyi, he didn't see anything wrong in all those things, Abi. He want to become president. Meanwhile, with all this, he said we should be clapping for Tinubu. For doing what? He did not tell us. For doing what? He did not tell us.
But Barrister, under Dave Umahi, we have the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway that is ongoing. There is another one, the Lagos-Calabar.
How does that benefit the Igbos?
Barrister, I'm coming.
Is that Lagos?
Barrister, please hold
Barrister, hold on. There is a Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway that crisscrosses 9 states of the Federation. The Southeast is not in. There's another one, Badagry to Sokoto. You know, as the crow flies, you know how long it is. No Southeast state is involved. Now, there's a proposed Lagos-Abuja highway. And all of these things are taking place under the watch of a Dave Umahi. Do you think that the Igbo nation will close their eyes and vote for somebody like that in 2035?
You have answered my question. You see at times I like you. I like you. You answer your own question. So with all this, my question is, how did all this benefit the what? The Igbo or Southeast?
Yeah, but you heard Ohaneze saying that he's the only man that is fit for the job.
Please don't mention. No, is this Guzo? I don't know where he formed his own Ohaneze. Is this Guzo, for God's sake? Don't say Ohaneze. As long as Mbata is not in the picture, forget it. I'm telling you. Thank God you mentioned faction. How do you leave the main group, the main leadership of the group, and you are talking to a faction who want to collect money from the paymasters?
Barrister, with such move and with such person, and then nobody actually is saying anything against him. No Ohaneze group is coming up to say we don't know this person, and he's still parading around or moving around with the Ohaneze Ndibo as a title attached to his statement and all that. What then do you think this will actually do to the Southeasterners or the Igbo man who actually is clamoring and hoping that the number one position might get to that region?
Thank God you said that they have ignored him. When somebody wants to make a nuisance of himself, you want to join issues with him. He's
using Ohaneze Ndibo. He's using Ohaneze Ndibo, the apex sociocultural group of the Igbos.
When the chiefs are down, we know who is Ohaneze. He is making money from the paymasters. Like all these things, organizing and talking. But the people he's talking to, don't you think that they are making a fool of him because let him call a meeting of Ohaneze Ndibo. Let him call a meeting of Igbo people. Let me see how many people will come. This was just organized in Ebonyi, sponsored by Dave Omahe. So how is anybody's interest there? Yeah, he's just frolicking on himself now. Maybe tomorrow now they will call him to Lagos. He will now make another press release and all that. So I mean, who is behind him? Mention anybody in Igbo land that is behind this Suguzo. I mean, people who matter. So these are the things they do. They divide us. Then they use the other people who are against our interests.
All right, let's try to re-establish contact with our guest from Asaba, Comrade Justice Itetie. Comrade, if you can hear me, please do react to the question asked
I
earlier.
can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh yes, okay. Well, I do believe you've been following the conversation, even though we're coasting home now for this conversation. Let's have your take on the statement made by Atiku Abubakar and the perception that he will always have his way when it comes to primaries in political parties. How will this play out for other contenders, others seeking the presidential ticket from the ADC? And then you can also react to the Ohanaeze Ndigbo's factional statement there. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, Nigerians. Let me make a correction. I'm speaking from Benin City, not Asaba.
Okay.
Benin City. Then, concerning the statement of Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president, I don't know if you can hear me. Hello? Okay. Concerning the statement of the former vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, that he will step down if someone else gets the ticket. I think it's a nice statement coming from a man we all know does not stay in one party. Whenever he loses the ticket, he moves. Even when he gets the ticket and he fails to win the general election, he moves. I think maybe age has made him view things from a different perspective, and I think maybe now he has seen it all and is more experienced. And if he loses, then the problem is that will Atiku lose any primaries he goes for? I think he has only lost once in APC. He lost to President Muhammad Buhari, late president. He has only lost once, and when he lost, he stayed for some time, he moved. That is typical of Atiku Abubakar. If he will actually keep to his word, and will he lose the ticket? The ticket of SDP or so, the coalition is for Atiku. Atiku has the first right of refusal. That is why people ADC. Like Peter Obi, it's one leg in the coalition, one leg in Labour. That is why people like Rotimi Amechi, he cannot match Atiku in any primary election. So Atiku has more than 80% of getting that party ticket. But if the forces in the coalition can actually pull him down, let us have a fresh person to run, I think maybe in 2027 election, we will see a slight battle. But if Atiku remains, if he gets the ticket, it will be a walkover for the current president. Then concerning the statement of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, as the other guest said, he said it's factional. I don't know if it's factional. Normally, all our sociocultural groups in Nigeria are all factionals. Even the Afanifere factional. Only the Northern Coalition that they've held themselves in one breath. You have a leader that speaks for them. But the fact remains that does this sociocultural organization have that clout to control a huge number of votes or to decide where the region vote for? I think if you check historically, they've not. Let me take you to UPU in Delta State, the Robo Progressive Union also. They actually did not adopt the current governor. If you check from Ibori time, they did not adopt Ibori as a candidate. They picked somebody else. They picked Ibro, I guess. If you go back to this current election, they didn't take Sheriff Obeyori. They took Edevie David, that's the man they adopted. But when the result came in, they lost. So we see that those ones are just to maybe gather some level of sympathy before the main election. Those socio-cultural does not actually determines where the people votes goes to, or they don't control the regional votes. So for
all right, then we seem to, well, he said quite a lot already, but we seem to have lost audio.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead.
Even if the other faction she says no, it is Peter Obi we adopt, that does not count. It is the people and the political gladiators on ground that matters. So this, both the one the guest called the main faction and the one he called the factional, the fake faction, both of them, they are seeking for money. It is for the highest bidder. They don't have the interest of the people at heart. They don't have the interest of their region at heart. If they have, they should meet, they should strategize which person will favor the eastern zone. Okay, for now they might not even say anything. Let us wait, let each party get their candidate. When they get their candidate, now look, okay, if Peter Obi gets for Labour, or he gets for ADC, or he gets for any other party, now okay, Peter Obi is our son, can we support Obi? Does Obi have what it takes to win the general election? Because the election is not restricted to your region. Does Obi have what it takes to win the general election, or are we going to just gamble on Obi? Okay, let us leave Obi, let us go for the incumbent and try and see if we can negotiate that in the next 8 years or in the next 4 years after this tenure we will get our slot and other regions will support us. That is what they should be busy doing, not talking about adopting A or adopting B. They should meet, strategize, and look for what will benefit their region the most. Thank you.
The gospel truth is that the level where Nigeria is right now, only thing we will be able to show the world is bad image. That's why a Nigeria cannot even apply for a job now online and he will be given the job. He might be qualified, but so far the person is a Nigerian. That is an automatic disqualification. That's the level where it has gotten to. And then who is to be blamed? The government or Nigerians? Who is to be blamed? Let me get your views in the comment section. But to me, I think we all are to be blamed. Yes, because even a person in Nigeria holding a small office in the church, small office in the school, small office in the workplace, has power that they've used power in a negative way. Then they will keep on blaming the APC government, this and that. But you that holding that little office, what have you done in that office? That's the question we need to ask. Where somebody in a church office is using his office negatively, all to himself and to his family member, and then tomorrow we are blaming the APC government and Nigeria government. It's true that the APC government have their own flaws, but we Nigerians, we are also our own problem. Because we can't be pushing for the bad government to be removed, where some people are still pushing for the bad government to remain. So where are we going to start from? It's so simple that we Nigerians are our own problem. It's not going to take only P2B to fix Nigeria. It's going to take all of us to fix Nigeria. Because if P2B is fixing, some people are still destroying. So it's not all about the bad government, it's also all about us Nigerians, because they've known us for our selfishness, they've known us for our greediness, they've known us for our evil acts. Because in Nigeria, the level of evil being done, I think that in Nigeria now we are break the 10 commandments. We're now entering the 20th commandment, if there's any. Because the kind of evil committed in Nigeria is alarming. Is it ritual? Is it kidnapping? Is it many things that have been done in Nigeria? And then tomorrow we can blame it on hunger and bad government. But that is not also an excuse for us to put our hands in the things that has been done in Nigeria. And tomorrow we are shouting tribal government, APC government. It will not take only P2B to fix Nigeria. It will take all of us Nigerians to fix Nigeria. And again, I don't think Atiku is going to allow anybody to win that ticket in ADC. That's my own say. But let me get your video for now. In the comment section, I'll be guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy again. Stay tuned, guys, for my